Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about the Mapuche people, an indigenous group that mainly lives in Chile and Argentina. After learning more about them, I realized that even though they have faced many challenges, they continue to work hard to protect their culture, traditions, and land. I think their story is important because it shows how people can preserve their identity even when they face obstacles. One of the biggest challenges the Mapuche people face is protecting their ancestral land. For generations, the land has been an important part of their culture and way of life. It isn't just a place where they live, the land is connected to their history, spiritual beliefs, and traditions. However, over the years, parts of their land have been taken over for logging, farming, and development projects. Because of this, many Mapuche people and communities have had to fight for recognition of their land rights. They have organized protests, spoken out about their concerns, and tried to work with governments to gain more protection for their communities. Another challenge they face is discrimination. Like many indigenous groups around the world, the Mapuche people have sometimes been treated unfairly or stereotyped. Their opinions and concerns have not always been taken seriously, which can make it even harder to protect their rights and traditions. Despite this, they continue to advocate for themselves and educate others about who they are and what their culture means to them. Even with these difficulties, the Mapuche people are doing a lot to preserve their traditions. One way they do this is by teaching younger generations their language called Mapudungun. I don't know if I said that right. Language is an important part of their culture because it carries stories, beliefs, and history. If a language disappears, a lot of cultural knowledge can disappear with it. Families and community members work to make sure children learn the language and understand its importance. They also continue practicing traditional ceremonies and customs that have been passed down for generations. Elders share stories about their ancestors and teach younger family members about Mapuche beliefs and values. Traditional music, crafts, and artwork are also important ways that they express their identity and keep their culture alive. One thing I found especially interesting is how younger generations are finding modern ways to preserve their culture. Many young Mapuche people use social media to share information about their traditions and educate others about the challenges their communities face. They create videos, post educational content, and use online platforms to raise awareness about Indigenous rights. Some young people also become activists and participate in organizations that focus on protecting the environment and defending Indigenous communities. I think it is really cool that they're blending modern technology with traditional values instead of feeling like they have to choose one or the other. In my opinion, preserving Indigenous cultures is extremely important. Indigenous communities have unique languages, customs, knowledge, and perspectives that are valuable to everyone. They often have a deep connection to nature and can teach us a lot about respecting the environment and living sustainably. Their traditions are part of human history, and losing them would mean losing important pieces of our world's cultural diversity. I also think preserving Indigenous cultures helps people feel proud of who they are. Everyone deserves the opportunity to celebrate their identity and pass their traditions on to future generations. When cultures are respected and valued, it creates a more inclusive and understanding society. I believe government should do more to support Indigenous communities. This includes protecting their land rights, listening to their concerns, and making sure they have a voice in decisions that affect them. Schools also play an important role. Students should learn accurate information about Indigenous peoples, not just facts from the past. Indigenous communities still exist today, and it is important to understand the challenges they currently face as well as the contributions they make to society. As individuals, we can also make a difference. We can educate ourselves, challenge stereotypes when we hear them, and support efforts that help preserve Indigenous languages and traditions. Even small actions like learning about different cultures and sharing what we've learned with others can help create more respect and awareness. Overall, learning about the Mapuche people taught me that preserving culture takes determination and a community effort. Even though they face challenges such as discrimination and struggles over land rights, they continue to protect what matters most to them. Their resilience and commitment to future generations are inspiring. I think their story reminds us of the cultural diversity should be celebrated, protected, and passed on. Thank you for listening, and I hope this has helped you learn something about the Mapuche people and why preserving Indigenous cultures is so important.